Hi and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. So for today I thought I'd do something a little bit different. Today I'm going to evaluate David Goggins and his teaching. I'm considering doing a series where I evaluate other teachings and try to point out which is the right one for you, which you should listen and which teaching should you follow. Of course, all teaching is in a sense wrong and it's not the truth, but some teachings come from knowing the truth and others come from beliefs. And of course you probably don't know the who is enlightened and who knows the truth. So you have to, when listening to someone, you have to kind of you can't make a distinction and you can't decide. So for today we have, like I said, David Goggins. He is one of the most respected um, gurus and teachers in this personal development sphere and this personal development culture on YouTube and in general. So if you don't know much about him, his whole thing is motivation and achieving stuff and basically improving yourself every day and kicking laziness in the ass and just succeeding and in general. So then you might wonder, like, well, what's wrong with that? Why you shouldn't be successful, and why shouldn't you achieve things? And I'm not saying that you shouldn't achieve things and shouldn't succeed with the things you do. I'm all for it. But the problem is when you put that as your goal and when you put that as your priority, because it's coming from the ego, it's coming from the unhealthy place. When you are only driven by the reward at the end, you don't enjoy the game. Why do you play the game if you don't enjoy it? Life has no rewards. Life itself is a reward. So don't play the game for the reward, because you won't achievements don't bring you anything at the end. You will end up in the same place as everyone else. So achievements and success only matter if you do it consciously and if you do it in a healthy way, if you are not attached to the achievements, if you are able to even fail and not succeed and not achieve anything and still enjoy it. And David is completely obsessed by the motivation stuff and by really forcing forcing the success and forcing yourself to do the things you don't like because you just grow as a person. But notice that that's just ego. And I'm not saying that laziness is this great thing and you should do everything what is comfortable and just sleep all day and don't do anything. What he's talking about in motivation is only an important factor in the contrast. Like if you're lazy, then motivation and focusing on success and achieving stuff is good. But also, at some point, you have to give that up. You have to find the balance, because uh, the optimal way to live and the optimal way to enjoy life is in the balance. It's not in the extremes and in forcing yourself to do anything. If you're just switching between extremes, like you're either lazy and you don't do anything, or you're forcing yourself to achieve everything and to be the most productive as possible, then in both cases it's not healthy for you, it's not sustainable, and you're going to suffer. Does forcing yourself to achieve stuff and to do things make you happy, or are you just in searching for happiness? You're searching for happiness in those achievements, but you're kind of never there. You never get it. That's just because there's always more to achieve. If you're basing your happiness and life satisfaction in general in the achievements, then you're always going to chase the next thing and the next thing. And he might say something like, "Oh well, but that's life." But that ain't life, bro. That's your life. I personally think that you should enjoy your life all the time, and there is no need for achievements and basing your happiness in achievements. So, my advice would be to really watch and listen to David Goggins' teaching. If you're like lazy, crazy lazy, like you don't have any habits, healthy habits or anything, just to get inspired and to get motivated, because he is he does have this spark, this something about him, that this hunger. But the point is to not get in extremes, like I said, and to not get obsessed with achievements and really forcing yourself. The joy of life and the true success doesn't come from forcing yourself. That's really the empty success. Like you don't get some anything out of it, because you can't enjoy it really, because you're always thinking about the next thing. Success is much better when it's coming from the love, and when the success has meaning to you, then when it's coming from the ego, and when you have to achieve something, and when you just have to force yourself to do something every day, and yeah, you can still achieve things without being this ultra productive and personal development guy. The best of the best really uh, are those who enjoy their craft. It's not those who are forcing themselves, because those who enjoy doing that something will do it and will do it much more and better than those who are just trying to force themselves just to succeed and just to fuel their ego. Be careful with his teaching. See exactly, is this coming from, when you're listening to him, is this coming from scarcity and ego, or is this coming from love and joy of life? Because you don't want to lose track of the goal, and that is life satisfaction and happiness and joy. You can get lost in achieving things, like, because achieving things does come up on your journey, but you get stuck on those things, and that's the danger with personal development, because most people get stuck on one aspect, and they think, okay, this is what I have to do, and they go all in on that, and they don't have the balance, and they lose the track of the ultimate goal at the end. And that's basically it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you're new, so you don't miss other videos that I'll be posting out in the future. And see you in the next one. Bye.